Hi, all. Welcome back. Thank you for being here and thank you for being patient with me while I recover from a disastrous move and heat stroke. It really was no fun, but today is actually the first day where I can feel my head clearing and my eyes not burning. However, I still cannot stand too much heat or sun. But anyway, all good and bad comes to an end eventually. We are now lucky enough to be close to a pharmacy, close to doctors, and therefore we feel more secure, and that says a lot. Anyway, as always, let's move on to the royals and the not so royals. Now, I think the biggest or most significant news today is the fact that Judge Carl Nichols had ordered the United States government to hand over Prince Harry's visa application so that he can scrutinize it and consider whether it should be made public or not. Judge Nichols told DHS that its arguments were insufficiently detailed, and he ordered the agency to set out the contents of Harry's immigration papers and explain the particular harm that would be caused by disclosing them. The judge will review the documents in camera, though. DHS has until the 21st of March to provide the documents. Guys and girls, I think this is going to be very interesting. I'm still not convinced that there will be much coming from it. I doubt Harry will be deported, for instance, but the action in itself, suspecting a prince of lying on his applications and so forth, this action alone is a huge embarrassment. Regardless of my personal doubts, I actually wish that Harry would be kicked out for a period of time. Most cases that I've heard of could reapply for a visa after 6 months or 2 years. And I think time away from Meghan and Doria may just be what Harry needs. Actually, what we all need, I think. So we shall be much wiser by the end of March. There are some saying that Harry and Meghan are contemplating the possibility that he may be kicked out of the United States for a period of time, and that is exactly why they are on a mission to suck up to the king, putting out stories that Harry wants to take his children to meet the king, that Harry is willing to step up in a crisis, and so on and so forth. We all know most of it is utter tripe, because I, for one, cannot see Meghan wanting to live in Britain for any period of time. Being as popular as she is in Britain, I cannot see her being invited onto too many panels to share her infinite wisdom with the world. I think the British would rather listen to a clock tick. So, talking about Meghan's participation in panels, we know that today she will be on a panel titled Breaking Barriers, Shaping Narratives, How Women Lead On and Off Screen. And she will be on that panel with Katie Couric, Brooke Shields and Nancy Wang. Now, needless to say, I don't think any of us really know why they chose Meghan Markle for that panel. I mean, she's not doing anything to break barriers. If anything, she builds barriers. Meghan Markle is indeed one of the most divisive people in the entire world. We know she and her following are race baiters, and we know that Meghan had caused division or then barriers in her own family and certainly in the royal family. These are proven facts. Shaping narrative. Maybe Meghan could have shaped someone's narrative here and there if anything she said actually made sense. But her love of word salad, which she thinks makes her sound clever, usually makes no to little sense, and most of the time results in endless ridicule and memes. How women lead on and off the screen. Well, it has been years since Meghan had been on screen, and with the exception of the mockumentary and the Oprah appearance, Meghan has not done much in terms of entertainment or then leadership for that matter. Anyway, I can only imagine that it is Ari Emanuel through the Harry Walker Agency arranging all of this. Yes, the Harry Walker Agency is actually owned by WME, so it is very, very likely that Ari Emanuel is actually behind all these appearances. And right on the heels of this panel in Austin comes the news that Meghan is teaming up with Gina Davis to change our perceptions of moms on television. I have to be honest with you, I had to reread the line before I went, what? A what? That would have put Oprah to shame. Now, before we even blink further, let me just fix something. The study Meghan had now added her name to was instigated and run by the non-profit called Moms First and the Gina Davis Institute on Gender in Media. So once again, this is not a Meghan Markle initiative. It is just, once again, Meghan hooking her claws into someone else's work and aligning herself and her pretentious mug to the work already done by others. Now, the actual study is about the unrealistic expectations created in the media and what impact it has on culture. For example, the report notes that only 15% of TV parents are ever shown doing domestic work, yet less than 10% actually have a messy home. Well, my dear friends, how Meghan can possibly contribute in building a more realistic image of mothers in the entertainment industry is absolutely beyond me. And this is but one example. Meghan and Harry were in Whistler from the 14th of February until the 17th of February. Then there was the ski trip with friends who all had their children there. But Megsie, who decided not to burden herself with 2 toddlers. As Harry wasn't there either, I can only guess that he was looking after the children for the weekend. And now, not even a full week after all those other trips, Megsie is in Austin, Texas, without the children, of course. So I'm asking this in all sincerity. How can someone with round-the-clock childcare living in a 9-bedroom mansion with servants and security and nannies, etc., and who only sees her children for maybe 3, 4, 5 days out of an entire month, how can she contribute anything about what is supposedly normal parenting? She would not know what normal parenting is if it bit her in the ass. Most of the panels, discussions, and studies Meghan chooses to be part of are totally ridiculous. Not only is she 100% unqualified to speak on any of the subjects, but usually she disqualifies herself by her own conduct. And you know, I thought about this. Most people have 1 or maximum 2 issues close to their heart. Some will choose conservation or animal welfare or orphans in war-torn countries or distribution of fresh water, etc. Most people choose 1 or 2, learn what they can about it, get to know the problems facing the issue and what has been dealt with and what still needs help. Yes, they may donate money, but usually they also donate their time because the subject is so dear to them. But not Meghan. She is the perpetual passenger, jumping on every passing bandwagon, and usually she dives in head first, pretending to hold all the secrets and wisdom to every solution. And that, my dear friends, is, I think, one of the biggest reasons that we do not like Meghan Markle. Anyway, guys, I kept you long enough. I will indeed be back over the weekend. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.